Hey, this is Stuart Ross again, and thanks for coming through to check out yet another one of my videos. I have to tell you, I'm really excited about doing this one for you because I just know it has the potential to completely shift the way that you view making money on the internet from this day forward. In fact, it's my goal that you come away from this video excited and believe that if you had the right system in place, that you would actually be able to start creating and building your digital life starting today. So exciting stuff. Now, I've got my laptop here. We are going to be jumping behind the scenes. I'm going to be sharing with you some information about how we operate our business, the tools, the technology, the things that we have in place to do all of the hard work, all of the heavy lifting. One of the things I'm very aware of is that you hear about, living this digital lifestyle, running your business from anywhere in the world, from hotel rooms like I am right now, and as long as you've got a laptop and an internet connection, you're good to go. Sounds good, doesn't it? But how many times have you sat there thinking, well, that is great, but how? How are you actually able to do that? And that is what this video is about. Now, before we actually go into more of the systems side of things and actually explain how we automatically find buyers for our products and sell products, I want to explain to you that it wasn't always this way for me. You see, back in 2007, long before, well, I say long before, just before, in fact, I started making money on the internet, I actually started a franchise business. And although it was an online franchise, it was actually a local business advertising franchise. My job as the business owner was to find customers, business owners, to advertise their company on this website. And I had a city called Reading, that was my area that I was in charge of, just outside of London in the UK. And the idea was to build residual income. So what I wanted to do is find, first of all 300, then 500, then 1,000 local businesses to pay me a monthly subscription to advertise on the site. And in the interim of getting started, I was so excited because what I realised is that residual income makes a lot of sense. If I have 500 businesses paying me every single month, I know each and every month that money is coming in, whether I'm working or not. So that was kind of my first awakening to residual income. I thought, makes more sense than working a job where I get paid a monthly fee but have to keep working every single month. But here was the problem. As much as it made sense, I wasn't cut out for that kind of business, and I'll tell you why. You see, the franchisee who was responsible for training me was actually doing quite a good job. He was prospecting, he was cold calling, he was, setting up appointments with businesses, he was, then doing the deal, closing the sale, and building his business quite nicely. Problem was, I'm just not cut out for cold calling, I'm not cut out for convincing, and frankly, I don't really enjoy the hard sell. I mean, when was the last time you looked at your phone and thought, oh, it's been a little while since I had a cold call, I'd really like one today? You don't, do you? When was the last time that you dealt with a pushy salesperson trying to sell you a mobile phone or a cell phone contract, or trying to sell you a car, and thought that, do you know what, I really like this hard sell, it's really quite nice, carry on? You don't, do you? It's not pleasant. And this is why the internet has changed everything. You see, where we used to accept that cold calling and fairly tenacious sales approaches was the norm, whilst the internet's been getting bigger and bigger and better, people now turn to the internet and look for information so that they can actually make an informed decision on the companies that they're going to deal with, the people that they're going to buy from. And because there's so much good information out there, we can take our time to really explore. And that's why you're here right now. Let's face it, you're here to explore your options, find out more about the Six Figure Mentors Digital Experts Academy and how we can assist you with creating your new lifestyle. And what I have to tell you is that experience might have been a really bad experience for me, and I'll tell you why. Within 12 weeks of getting started, I was a completely different person. I was feeling incredibly insecure. I was having anxiety. I was even having panic attacks. I almost had this knot in my stomach every single day. I was getting deeper into debt. But even worse for me was that if you've ever experienced something that's almost wipes your confidence overnight, it is just one of the worst things that you can go through, and that was me. I ended up going back to my job, tail between my legs, failing with that particular business venture. And at that point, I honestly thought I wasn't cut out for being an entrepreneur or doing my own gig, I suppose you could say. Now, I had a burning desire that came back about 2 or 3 weeks later, that I knew there was something better out there for me. I believe you're here right now because of that same burning desire. I think you know that there is something better for you. And now I don't know what you do right now. You might love what you do, but it just may be that you know that there's something else out there. And I do genuinely believe people that find us have that same burning desire. I've learned over the years from speaking to all of our customers that they can relate to this. And what I'm about to share with you is what changed my life. You see, I ended up researching online and I came across a book called Never Cold Call Again, and it was by a guy called Frank Rambucus. I bought the book, it came with an audio CD. It's a New York bestseller. And I listened to that CD about 10 times, maybe even more, on my way to work, on my way back from work. And what he sort of woke me up to is kind of what I'm talking about right now. I'm certainly going to be going into more detail right now. And it was the fact that because of the internet, we can now set up systems that provide value on an automated basis that are going to build relationships with potential customers. So they then in turn are more than willing to give you money in exchange for further information because they know you, they like you, they trust you. And he was explaining how that's the way the world is going now. Cold calling is dead, in other words. You know, the aggressive, tenacious sales approaches just don't cut it. And for me, that was such a breath of fresh air because I thought not only do people hate receiving the pushy sales calls, not only do people hate, you know, having to deal with cold calls and everything else, most people don't want to have to do it either. So it's such a broken system, and this just made so much sense. So in 2008, and this is cutting a very long story short, I found a coach, a mentor who was already selling stuff on the internet, and he showed me how to set up simple systems that would sell products on complete autopilot. For the first 6 months, I set up several different systems. I was selling products in the dating industry, in the weight loss industry, in the health and fitness, the build muscle, quitting smoking. I was selling electronic cigarettes. And I was setting up mini systems that would work for me on autopilot. And after about 6 months, I was making a full-time income online. I was able to quit my job. This is where it gets really interesting. Now, learning that process of, you know, building systems, I then took to a whole new level towards the end of 2008 when I learned about selling high ticket products. In other words, products that, you know, sell for several $1,000s. And what I went on to do is set up a system that was selling me products that was earning me $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, even $7,000 commissions per sale. Okay. Now, if you're starting to get where I'm going with this, this is incredibly exciting stuff because what I realized is if I just sold 1 or 2 high ticket products a month, that made a huge difference to my business. By the end of 2008, I'd done over $450,000 in sales. Most of that came in the last half of the year when I created this system to sell higher ticket products. And that is today the business system that we teach people and help our students leverage. I want to go into more detail on. So first of all, before I go into a few other tips that we've implemented within our systems, I want to actually jump onto the computer screen and just explain a couple of processes, simple processes that you've either already understood and maybe seen many times before, or you'll just look at it and think, okay, this makes sense, hopefully. So here you go. On my screen, you can see the back office system that we have. This is our digital business system that Jay and I have developed and built over the years to sell our products and services. Now what we've done is we've created this franchise-like system. So we've added some new things like extra training, some getting started steps. These are things that I will go through with you in another video. But what I want to concentrate on right now is more of the marketing and the systems that we have in place. So what you'll see under this link is a link that says My Link Generator. So I'm going to click that. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to go through and set up a quick sales funnel that is going to work on autopilot for us. So I'm actually going to just do a demonstration. So I'll select, for example, this one, List Building for Profit. This is a website that gives away a free ebook. I'm just going to put in here demo 1, 2, 3, just for the tracking. All the tracking is it enables me to see where any leads are coming from when I place ads on the internet, so I know if it's working or not. And on here I'm going to hit generate advertising link. Now as you saw, now this system is set up. That took me about, I don't know, 20 seconds to create this advertising link. I'm going to copy that and we're going to open it up on a new web page. I'm going to talk you through the concept. So what you'll see here in front of you now is what we call in the industry a lead capture page. And what a lead capture page is designed to do is it's to offer somebody a free gift or something of value so that they can, in exchange of their email address, access it. You've done it many times before. I know that you're here right now because you've done something similar on one of our web pages. It might not have been this one, but it would have been something that we've created where we give away a free video series, maybe a free boot camp, maybe a free report. Now, when somebody enters their name and email address, what that does is this builds my list of subscribers. So I'm just going to put in one there for the example. And when they enter their name and email address, what you'll notice is immediately we're providing value. We're not selling them something. We're not trying to convince them. We're not trying to persuade them to buy anything at all. What we're actually doing is we're delivering instant value. And if they click this link, they can download that report. And that report is actually going to share some information on list building. For this particular example, that's what we would be advertising. And as a result of that, then what we do is we would follow up with them through a series of emails, and those emails would effectively continue to provide value, continue to build a relationship with them until they're ready to make an informed decision that they want to buy. Okay, so videos like this, information, we're always looking to provide as much value as we can to really help people make an informed decision that we can help them and assist them with providing a solution to their problem. Now, your particular problem, if you want to call it like that, is probably that you don't know how to successfully make money on the internet and you want to. This video is a prime example of me demonstrating how we can help you with solutions in education to achieve that goal. And you can think about it across any industry. You know, anybody that's online looking and researching, typically they're looking for a solution to some sort of problem. And those kind of industries, you know, where people have a big problem, i.e. they need to make more money, they need to change their lifestyle, they have to quit smoking, they have to lose weight, they want to find a life partner. You know, these are problems that people are searching every day, and they tend to be the best markets to go into because you'll find buyers a lot easier than trying to sell, I don't know, teddy bears on the internet or something like that. All right, so the next thing that I want to talk to you about is another thing that we incorporated within our businesses a few years ago that made a huge difference to the success of our affiliates, the people who were marketing our products and services. And it's a concept called integrated product suites. And what I want to talk about is if you look at the company Apple, you know, they create the iPad, the iPhone, the MacBook, the iMac. I've got my iPhone here, I've got my MacBook in front of me right now. I have so many different Apple products lying around the house and in my offices, and the reason being is that I as an individual really rave about their stuff. I love their products, everything from the way they package it to their customer support, and as a result of that I don't really go anywhere else. I just want to buy their stuff. I don't go and buy a Nokia phone, I don't go and buy a Samsung S3. I'm a raving fan of Apple, you could say. And when you can actually find products to promote where people have that kind of attitude towards your company, that I just want their stuff, I believe in them, they absolutely deliver on what they say, think how much more profitable you're going to be as a reseller or as an affiliate, or if it's your own company. You see, one of the problems with most of the courses online is what they do is they try and teach you to set up a website, start to get some advertising, and then sell a product. But think about how much money you're leaving on the table, because there's, you know, a certain amount of effort that's required to find that customer. If they just come through and buy a $20 ebook or a $50 product or a $100, $200, $300, even $500 product, once they've bought that product, you're never going to hear from them again, or they're never going to actually purchase from you because you've got nothing to offer. And one of the things that I noticed with Apple is, if you think about them 12, 15 years ago, I don't know if you know this, but they weren't even in the top 100 market cap companies, in other words, the most profitable companies in the world. Now they're number one. They're number one market cap. And I believe it's for a couple of reasons. One is that they have an integrated product suite. They have several or many different products to offer their customers. And two, they have the iTunes store. It's integrated online. So they're doing very, very well with their online advertising, and they're actually earning passive residual income from the iTunes store. And that is what I believe is really the two components that took them from being completely not in sight on market cap companies to the most profitable company in the world today. And as an affiliate, you want to make sure that you're promoting and working with companies that have integrated product suites where the customers can not just buy one product, but then can go on to buy many different products, because you're doing the work anyway, you're finding the customer anyway. So why not have more products for them to purchase? Now, the other thing that I want to make really sort of clear to you is that when you do this online, one of the most important factors is that there are systems set up in place to give people the confidence to continue to work and buy with you. And the one thing that we found that has worked for us is actually speaking to our customers on the phone. Now, one of the things that you will see and witness and experience all the time online is that you have to do everything by email, you have to do everything by, you know, some sort of support desk or ticketing system. And what we found is that relying on things like that, email and support desks, really didn't give our customers a huge amount of confidence to go on and purchase more of our products, particularly if we were selling something more expensive. So again, one of the tips I want to give you is if you're going to be an affiliate marketer and you're going to market other companies' products, try and find companies that, one, have an integrated product suite, and two, deal with their customers on the phone. You know, we actually just pick up the phone to our customers just out of courtesy to thank them for buying from us. And that makes such a refreshing difference to what they're used to online. So they're two of the tips that I want to share with you. Now, just to really prove to you this point of integrated product suite, I just want to share with you a report that I think you'll find interesting. So this is what I call our, CRM system and our e-commerce site. This is where I can actually see all the orders that are coming in, and I'm just going to run an e-commerce report. And what you'll see, just as we're loading up the daily sales totals, on the right hand side here we have all of the dates for 2013 so far. You'll see that they run down here on the right hand side. Now what I want to do is I just want to pick a couple of random days. We'll pick here 2nd of March 2013, and I want you to see the invoice total amount. These are products that were sold on that day. 97.97, 200, you'll see a few more 97s, 200, let's see if there's any other price points, $297, $19, $1, and you'll see a total sales revenue that day was $22,262 in sales. Now I want to ask you this: do you think that we would have done that just focusing on selling one product, i.e. one $19.95 product? Let's go back and just select another complete random day just to really sort of prove that point. So let's go further into the year. Let's go for this one, 27th of the 6th, 2013. And again, invoice total, you'll see here a $197, a $200, another $200. You'll see $1,439, $239, and a $600 product there. If I keep scrolling down, you'll see a $2,000 product there, a $1,000 product there, a $297 product, a $100 product. In fact, that was a refund, that one. Again, a total of $14,882. Let's just pick one more random day. I really want to stress this point so much because I believe it's so important. Let's go with this one. And again, invoice totals, you'll see 97, 97s, $200, keep scrolling down, there's a $499, there's a $1,799 there, there's a $2,000 sale there, a $799 sale there, a $197 sale there. That particular day there was a $17,997 sale. This is one of our highest price products. We actually have products right up to $20,000, and that particular day, $27,890 in sales that day. The reason I show you this is purely to demonstrate the importance of when selling products online, that you don't just focus on selling one, and that's what 90% of the courses out there teach you to do, and it's just not the right way to do it. Now I know that a lot of people, when I explain this, feel really overwhelmed. They're like, okay, you need to set up systems to do the telling and selling. You need to have people on the phones to deal with your customers. You need to have technology to promote and offer lots of different products. You then need to fulfill on those products. And you start thinking, how on earth is this possible to set this stuff up? I'm just getting started. This is what makes us so different to anything else out there. Not only do we teach you how to do what we've done over the course of the next year, 2 years, 3 years, so you can eventually become completely self-sufficient and operate businesses on your own accord. we actually give you the opportunity to be a reseller as a business system user of ours. That means all you do is use our technology to generate advertising links, give away free information. Those potential customers will get that free information, just like you have. Find out more about us. Based on what that person is looking for, we have a total integrated product suite that we can offer, you know, completely based on their needs, their requirements, their budget and everything else. And as a result of that, our affiliates get paid really healthy commissions. In fact, we pay up to $8,000 per sale, potentially, based on our affiliates reseller position, okay? So I want to stress that point because in another video that I'm going to be sending you, I'm actually going to go into more detail about the systems and the technology from a perspective of using it for yourself so that you can get started on this now. You know, one of the things that I'm so passionate about providing is the vehicle for people to just get going. There's nothing worse than having to spend 6 months, 12 months learning so much information, learning tools and technologies and scripts and sales and then creating products and delivering products. You're not going to even get started for most people because it's just all so overwhelming, and this is why we're so different. We're going to give you the opportunity, or we may already have given you the opportunity, I don't know, we may already be on the phone with you, but you know, you're going to potentially be given the opportunity to work with us whilst you earn and learn. So if that sounds interesting, make sure you look out for the next video. I've certainly enjoyed shooting this one for you, and see you very soon. Take care.